vague about the time tonight. I got two busy young men. I be thinking I'm busy, but them boys busy for real. So I'm gonna give it a little time for everybody to jump on the live. But while I'm waiting, I want to just thank David Alexander again last night for coming on, candidate for Escambia County Sheriff. That's one race that Pensacola gotta have. I mean, if you tired of Sheriff Morgan, you tired of the. I mean, I could say this since he ain't on the live right now, but if you tired of all that racism going on in Pensacola, man, the time for talk is over, man. Get to the polls. But right now, we're gonna put all that politics aside, man. We ain't talking about that tonight, man. We talking college football. We talking two young men that got the city of Pensacola on their back. I've been waiting for this one for a while, and I done had a lot of good guests on. I done had Tim May, I done had Rodney Jones. I had a lot of people, man. But tonight, I've been waiting for this one, man. So I'm gonna wait for these numbers to get up, but I got Keyshawn and Keyon Helton, and they already standing by waiting. So drop y'all anything you got to say in the comments, man. Anything you want to say to them. I got my set of questions because I'm gonna try to be fair. I know y'all want a lot of questions answered, but this one tonight, this for me. So I'm gonna ask my questions. I'm gonna try to get your questions in. Um, Matter of fact, while we got them on, let's go ahead and go now, man. First off, I want to bring in Keyon Helton. You already know from South Florida. Keyon, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
Man, nothing much, man. How everything going, man?
Hey, man, just another day. You know how it go. Everything all good.
Well, once again, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. And I already know, like I said, man, you busy. I know you super busy right now. And also, who's another Helton who's really busy, star slot receiver for Florida State, Keyshawn Helton. Keyshawn, let me bring him in real quick. My bad. Keyshawn, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm glad y'all boys is back, back and in front of the camera. It's been a while since we seen y'all. How y'all holding it down on this COVID-19 tip, man? Stay in the shape.
Trying to hold it down, man. Just trying to stay a step ahead of everybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
What,
Facts.
what about you, Keon?
Man, just continuing to work hard. Like I say, man, it's a lot of people, man. Since everybody not at college, a lot of people at home right now that just, what I'm saying, sitting around not doing nothing, man. So the goal every day is just keep that routine of, what I'm saying, working out every day. Make sure you getting your studies in and staying on top of everything as if you was at school.
And like it's been a long journey for both of y'all, man. And I go to you first, Keon. Like, everybody see you now as South Florida, but they don't know the backstory of how hard the journey was to get there. Can you touch on that for them?
I mean, it's a lot, man. Just in the recruiting process in high school, man. That's a lot of stress. You know what I'm saying? Because the more don't get me wrong, it's all good to have that many schools coming at you, but in the end, you can only choose one school, and it's all about making the right decision. So you got to be able to weigh your options, know who you're dealing with, and not just go to a school just for the name. Go to the school for the culture. Go to the school to make sure that they have what you want to study. So over time, that started when I was a junior. So over time, that just man, it weighed me down, and eventually, when I got to South Florida, I just knew I was at home. So felt like I made the right choice.
How many schools was in the running besides South Florida?
Uh, I had a little bit over 20 offers. I had 23 offers. My top five, I can't remember. It was App State, Georgia State, USF, FAU, and I think South Alabama. But when I committed, I was also with my brother and my pops. We did a tour of Florida. So like we went to FAU. I liked FAU, but when I came back up to South Florida the next day, man, I just knew I was at home, man. Special shout out to Coach Stone, Coach BJ, Coach Brian, John Marie, out there, and Coach Blue Adams. They was the three that got me there. Also with Coach Justin Burke, man. It just felt like home, the atmosphere. And I remember my brother telling me, he was like, "Man, I like you here." You know what I'm saying? My dad said the same thing, and just out there at the practices talking to the players, I just knew that this was the time that I had to jump on top of that.
And what about you, Keyshawn? Like, you at Florida State now. How was that journey? How did that whole process go for you? I know you had a unique one.
Yes, sir. It's been a long journey, man. Just from day one, just a lot of long days and long nights, man. With my pops and my brothers just getting in the backyard, man. I feel like that's what made me into the player I am today. Because today I'm pretty much doing the same thing, just to a higher level. So just getting the basics and getting the fundamentals as a kid is really what helped excel me to where I am today.
And Keyshawn, you know what I'm saying? You came out like a star-studded wide receiver class. I mean, we could talk about it around the country, but just right in Pensacola, you had Jacob Copeland and Mystical McGee. You had a lot of people out there, and and I guess this question for both of y'all: did y'all both feel disrespected as a three-star coming out? And that three-star is according to 247. But how did y'all feel about a three-star?
Go ahead, Keyshawn. Well, I go, but I mean, the stars didn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just knew, as long as I knew in my head that I was gonna get on the field and make something happen. Get out there, make something shake. Cause in the end, you can only play your game. You can't be somebody else. In the past, or you can't try to be somebody else that you playing with. In the end, you can only be yourself. So I knew, man, the stars didn't matter to me in the end because once you get to college, the stars wipe away. You know what I'm saying? Day one in college, your first day, the coach ain't gonna walk up to you and say, "Oh yeah, I seen you was a 3-star. Or I seen you was a 4 or 5-star." They gonna walk up to you and say your name, where you from, and they see what position you play, and they can't wait to see how you gonna act on the field. So that's all that matters, man. As long as the action on the field is good, everything else will work itself out.
What about you, Keisha? Keisha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, how about you, man? Did you feel disrespected? Because, like, everybody know me. They know I'm a Florida State fan, and you know what I'm saying. I followed your recruiting, and I saw how you give an interview talking about how you was in class, and they said your name over the loudspeaker, and you didn't know what was going on, and you came down there, and it was Willie Taggart there to see you.
Yes, sir. My recruitment was, it was a bumpy road, because I felt like, you know, I should have been recognized more. But to me, man, all those stars, all that type of stuff, I don't really pay attention to it. You know what I mean? It's still me versus you. We get on the field, 4, 5 star anchor, who lined up in front of me. It's still me versus you. So at the end of the day, man, it's just going there and doing my best and doing my best for the team.
And both of y'all, it's crazy because y'all twins, right?
Yes, sir.
And y'all going through some of the same things at the same time. So I'm gonna touch on both of them. Let's go to the injuries first. Keyon, you going through you had the injury bug in college. What happened to you?
My first year I got to college, I didn't know. I had a torn labrum in the front and back of my shoulder, so I didn't have no labrum. So all the way through the summer, I didn't know. Dressed out for 3 games, was active my freshman year. Played in one of them, and our bye week is when I broke my collarbone. I broke my collarbone in 2 places, so that knocked me down. I had to go down and have surgery on that. And then last year in fall camp, I tore my MCL. Still don't know how I passed out in the middle of a play, uh, in the middle of a play in a live scrimmage, and ended up tearing my MCL, and then that knocked me out last year, man. But I just try to stay grounded. Everything happened for a reason. I feel like these both of these injuries has made me come back even stronger and actually made me appreciate football even more because now I see how quick football can be took away from me. So I just try to cherish my time while I can and just do everything I can to make sure now that I stay healthy, that I stay grounded and ready for what's ahead.
Man, that's crazy, man. So how's the rehab going for you?
It's going pretty good. I've been about how should I put it? I've been healthy for a good since about last November. So it's been a good minute since we got a new coach, new staff in. Since January, I've hit the ground running. Did a lot of great things, turned a lot of heads. Showed out in a lot of aspects of places. I also took a position change. I play like an outside linebacker slash star now while still playing safety. So I'm able to show versatility and be able to do some things that I did in high school also. So I'm kind of getting back into my zone and being able to play the ball that I know how to play.
Yeah, that star position gonna get your name out there, man. That's what's gonna do it for you.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel that same way too. Because at the start, it's unique because you're able to show your hitting ability just as good as you're able to show your covering ability. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of everything there, man. I can't wait, man. I look forward to it.
Now, Keyshawn, I remember I don't know if it was in Death Valley or what, but James Blackman threw an interception, I believe, and you went to go tackle the guy. And I don't know if it was friendly fire, but your knee took a really devastating hit, and it was a devastating injury. Can you touch on that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was in Death Valley, man. Yeah, it was friendly fire. We didn't see each other. We both was going to make the tackle after an interception, and my foot got stuck in the ground. And, came in contact with him, and you know, messed up a few ligaments in my knee. But the rehab and stuff for my knee has been going pretty good. I'm almost back to 100% now, so it's been going real good. Just taking it one day at a time. Really, that's all I can do right now. Taking one day at a time, not overdo stuff. Make sure I'm taking care of my body still, and making sure I'm still getting stronger.
Now, today was supposed to be y'all spring game. Do you think you would have been ready to go today?
I'm not quite sure. We just, me personally, I feel like I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it is a spring game. We're not playing another opponent, so I don't think they would have let me play in the spring game. But like I said, with me, I would have been ready to play. I'd been ready to strap it up and play.
Yeah, I was looking at think I believe it was War Chant did a really good in depth interview with you. I believe it was you and Woodby. You know how y'all rehabbing and how's Woodby? Is he all right?
Yes, sir. He good. He just like me, just taking one day at a time. He got hurt a little before me. So he a little further along, but just taking one day at a time. We always motivating each other to keep each other going.
Now, Keyon and Keyshawn, both of y'all, it's crazy. Like y'all were both going through injuries, and now y'all both going through a coaching change. Willard Tagger is out, and he's at FAU, and Charlie Strong. I don't even know if he has a job right now. How is that both affecting y'all, and how did y'all lean on each other to get through this and get more of an understanding?
Coach Strong now, he's at Alabama as a QC coach
That's
under Nick Saban, Coach Saban, and that and it was a big change. But like I say, me and Keyshawn, like we know, like the way we were raised to stay grounded. No matter what happens, you got to walk through the rain to get to the sunshine. So we knew, like, what I'm saying, everything happens for a reason, and the sun is shining on the other end. So we were just able just to lean on each other. I talked to him about every day, every other day, just talking about things that's going on around us, and how we staying grounded and being able to do what we need to do to be able to keep going. So we were just able to lean on each other, man, just by the focus, man, just to make sure, just to keep each other focused, not fall into the distractions around us. Because personally, why South Florida, while there was a coaching change, it was a lot going on. Speaking from the locker room on out, from everywhere. What I'm saying, now I'm not gonna go get into details, but it was a lot. It was a lot going on, so it was big for me to, what I'm saying, keep my head straight and know that I gotta stay focused in order to get where I need to be and do what I want to do.
no doubt, man. And I know it got to be hard. You got somebody like Charlie Strong. Like, if he's half of what he is on TV, I know he's a good man. You know what I'm saying? Where everything that happened at Texas, he handled everything with class. So how does it feel just to have somebody who brought you in, gave you an opportunity, and then now you got to watch them leave out the door?
First of all, man, shout out to Coach Strong. He's a defensive guru in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best defensive coaches, if not the best defensive coach in the nation. He did things with defenses that a lot of teams haven't done in college football. So to lose him, man, it hurt a lot, because Coach Strong, what I'm saying, he was like a second pops to everybody on the team. What I'm saying, it's not one day that I came through there in the offices and Coach Strong door wasn't open, or Coach Strong told me he didn't have time to talk. It was always about the players, and no matter what happened, whether we won or we lost, Coach Strong was always there to fight with us, and I felt like he never gave up on us. Although the outside people may have gave up on him, he never gave up on our team. And he built us around being one. So if everybody be one, and when we all step together, then we step with some force and be able to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? It's sad that we weren't able to make it happen with him and have to move along from him. But man, I wish Coach Stone nothing but the best, man. If there's anything I can do for him, man, yeah, all he gotta do is reach out to me, and I'll do that for him, man. I got mad love for him.
No doubt, man. Now, Keyshawn, you went through more of a public coaching change. I mean, like when and only speak on what you feel comfortable speaking on, but Willie Taggart leaving, was really public. It sparked a lot of controversy. And I don't really want you to touch on the controversial part. I would like to hear about someone who came and gave you an opportunity. And I saw some of your interviews about the whole situation, how he did it. I thought Willie Taggart was classy at everything he did. How was that seeing him leave and just going through that whole culture change?
Kind of like you said, I appreciate Coach Tiger for the opportunity. He gave me the opportunity to play at Florida State, which is my dream school. So I always appreciate him. I'm forever grateful to him. But life isn't perfect. There's different things that thrown your way as life goes, different adversity. So seeing him go, it was hard for me. Like I said, he gave me opportunity, but my eyes are still on the goal. I feel like I have a lot more to accomplish at Florida State, and that's what I'm focused on.
And what now, Keyon? I don't know who's your coach now.
He's Jeff Scott. He was a former wide receiver coach at Clemson University under Coach
Oh
Dabo
yeah,
Smith.
that's right. Okay, yeah, I did see that. And Keyshawn, of course, you got Mike Norvell. How you like Mike Norvell?
You're a great coach. You got a lot of energy. You holding everybody accountable. So far, it's been great.
Yeah, look, man, I've been watching the 1% work, man. That man got too much energy that early in the morning, man.
Yes, sir. He always got it. Every day is like that. It's just not in the mornings. Every day throughout the day, he always like that.
Now, Keyon, do you watch your current coach? He coming from a dynasty, and as a Florida State fan, I hate to say that, but are you excited looking at some of the stuff that he's done in the past? Have you been able to see some of his style, or looking at some of Clemson media and looking at some of him in depth? Did you study on him before he came?
Yes. We all did a study on him when he got hired. Of course, you want to go do your research and just find out who you're actually dealing with before you actually get a chance to get in the room with him, get on the field with him. And Coach Scott is a great man. He's all about family, faith, and football. Those are his three things. And just his first couple months in there with the team, man, he's turned a lot around. He's done a lot of great things, and I'm all in for him. Like he always say, if you're all in for me, I'm all in for you, and we can all be one big happy family. And I'm all in for him, man. I do anything for him, and I'm just ready to get on the field with him. Him and the new staff, Coach Spencer, Coach Glenn Spencer. He came from FAU actually, and last year FAU led the nation in turnovers. So he has a big background as a defensive coach. Coach Wes Neighbors played at Alabama. He has a big background in coaching too. So I'm just I'm just ready to get started with him. We already have been doing great things, and we've already came together, came real tight. So it's just all about now, man. Just getting over this hump of everything going on right now, and getting on the field.
Now, Keyshawn, I gotta ask you. You know, you made a big splash as a freshman at Florida State.
Yes,
And
sir.
you played, you got hurt last year. Do you feel pressure? I mean, you got Scary Terry, Tamarian Terry on one end, and you got Duval's brightest son you playing behind. Like, do you feel pressure with some of the expectations that's put on you by everybody? From Garner to goal.
No, sir. Pressure. I don't know what that is. This is something I've been doing all my life. Uh, I'm not I was 4 years old, so I don't feel no pressure. I just go out and compete and be a competitor. That's something I was taught since I was little from my dad. Just go out and compete. May the best man win the job. So I just go and compete and just do what I do.
Like in my opinion, one of the plays that let everybody know that they need to pay attention to you. It was kind of a touch pass when you was coming in motion from James Blackman against Boston College.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when I tell you you took a hit
Sir.
from TV, I felt it. And I thought you was down, and it looked like you didn't even flinch. And then you went another, 20 yards or so? How hard was that hit?
Actually, I ain't even see the guy coming. All I remember is coach was just emphasizing stretch it. So I got the pitch and I was stretching it and he popped up in my view, so I had to give it to him. I gave it to him and kept it moving.
Keyon, you played the blue collar position. Your brother played the sexy position. How you feel about that?
Man, Keyshawn always plays with a chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? He may be the one of the smaller guys on the field, but he has the biggest heart on the field. So, and I was actually watching that game when it happened, man, and and I jumped up out of my chair because first thing I seen was, you know what I'm saying, when he got out of bounds, you know, the coach over there talking to him with his helmet off. I'm like, what he got
Yeah,
a concussion? What's going on? But man, it's not a surprise to me. You know, it may be a surprise to other people, but like I say, man, I done seen Keyshawn do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been playing football together, been playing sports together with each other since we were 4 years old. So he knows what I'm capable of. I know what he's capable of. You know, we hold high standards for each other. We expect a lot out of each other. So that's not a surprise to me, man. I'm very proud of him for everything that he has done and the things that he continued to do. You know, he couldn't make me more proud of him than what I already am, man. And you know, I love my brother.
definitely, man. Definitely. Y'all about to get me sentimental in this thing. That's what's happening. Now, Keyshawn, now listen, I got actually about one more play because, you know, I'm a Florida State fan. So, you know, they need to go and hire me as a coach as much film I be watching.
Yes, sir.
Um, the kickoff return in 2018 against North Carolina State. When I tell you, man, you jerked the kick out of the shoes. You remember that?
Sir.
You was this close.
Yes, sir.
Like, what kind of love you got when you got back to the sideline?
A lot of love. We were actually losing the game, so it wasn't too much. But that kicker, when most people don't realize, that kicker tackled me on the game saving return a little bit before that one. So a couple returns before that, he tackled me on the game saving, on touchdown saving return. So you know, I seen, like I said, I seen him. You know, and I didn't want to get touched by him. You know, so I had to do it to him.
Yeah, I remember I like watching that on YouTube every now and again. You know, my favorite moment besides the jerk was the NC State coach, the look on his face. You know, he was trying to hide it, but he wanted to say, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So that's what's happening. So, Keyon, you South Florida. What's your favorite South Florida moment in the history?
Uh, I can say my favorite moment in history was when we beat Georgia Tech when I was a freshman. Georgia Tech came in. They actually came to Ray J in Tampa, Florida, high ranked, and and we fought with them. At that time, Georgia Tech ran the option defense, and you know, as you know, most teams going to the spread. Rather, anybody is coming out of the backfield, running the option, getting under the center. Everybody's in shotgun. So that whole week, man, that whole week was a struggle for us. Just getting it down, and you know, when we was able to go out there in the game and be able to beat them, that turned a lot of heads for us going early on in that season like that, you know. But we got some more memories to make, you know what I'm saying? A lot of memories aren't good memories, but you know, we will turn them into great memories. Like I say, everything right now is just motivation for us to be able to keep going. But that Georgia Tech game, man, it packed out Ray J, and when we was able to win, when the clock hit 0-0 and we won the game, man, the stadium was packed. You would have thought it was an NFL game, as many people was in there, man. So that's probably the biggest game I've seen since my time there.
Now, how hard is it to defend against the option? Because I never forget when Florida State was playing the national championship and against Auburn. I know the defense got ready for it because the offense didn't have the ball. You know what I'm saying, scouting them, so you didn't know who have the ball. Did y'all do that against Georgia Tech? Where y'all practice against the offense without
Uh,
a ball?
nah, not necessarily, man. We just how we schemed it up, man. In the option defense, I mean, when you're playing against an option team that run an option offense, on defense, everybody has a job to do. So you can't think about doing somebody else's job as if you would in the spread. You have to do your job because all it takes is one screw up in playing against an option team, and somebody's out the gate because you have linemen pulling. Also, first of all, you have three backs in the backfield. You have the fullback, and then you have the two ace backs, and then so also you got to cover the pitch. You got to have somebody on the pitch, man. You got to have somebody on the quarterback, and you got to have somebody on the puller because most option teams they will fake the handoff and then make the pitch and then throw the ball downfield. You know, it's a lot of different things you can do with the option. So you have to. The main thing is your eyes. You have to be able to read your keys and know exactly what you're doing and who you're keying, and not be able to mess up in the middle of a play because you never know what may bust and give you a touchdown out of it.
Yeah, it take a lot of discipline to defend that. Now, who's your favorite South Florida player besides yourself all time?
All time, man. One of the cats that made me one of the reasons why, you know what I'm saying, I like South Florida was my boy Jalen Spencer, man. He graduated from PHS, won state championship in '09. graduated in 2012. I'm actually training with him right now. Man, when he went down to South Florida, man, I used to talk to him all the time, man, and he used to always tell me how he love it down there. How Tampa is just a different atmosphere, and he went through a lot of the things that I'm going through right now. So you know what I'm saying, Jalen is a big shoulder that I lean on, somebody that I look at as like a mentor to me. You know what I'm saying, give me a lot of advice on a lot of different things, man. So Jalen most deaf, and shout out to my boy Johnny Ward too. Johnny Ward played corner out there. He played corner at USF. He's from Georgia. Him and Jalen is like best friends. You know what I'm saying? Real good friends. Both of them boys played a big impact in me coming to South Florida.
That's what's up. That's what's up for real. Yeah, you know, Pensacola, they just don't know, man. We be everywhere, man. Keyshawn, what's your favorite moment in Florida State history?
My favorite moment got to be the return, Kermit Whitfield returning. Change the whole change the whole momentum of the game. Just a big play, a big play at a big time in the game.
What about your favorite player?
My favorite player for the state gotta be Peter Ward, man. Different, different. Some guy that I out of myself after. We got a close relationship too, but as a person, man, he's just different. On the football, everything he do on the football field is just different. He made the unthinkable. He made the impossible possible. You know what I'm saying? So that's one person that I watch a lot. Watch a lot of film on.
Now, both of y'all was teammates was on West Florida High School, and like we were talking before we came on air, you know, I'm an old head, and I didn't move from this. West Florida's still new to me, but I never forget that run that y'all had. Y'all want to talk about some of the special players that was on that team and the run and how deep did y'all go?
First of all, shout out to that whole 2018 team, man. We made everybody played a part in that, and we made big history doing that under my guy Coach Rhett Summerford. Shout out to him, man. Defensive coordinator Coach Wesley Summerford. It was a lot of players played a role in that. You know what I'm saying? Especially speaking on defense end, on my boy on the D line, Darius McWilliams, Big Fish, man. Big Fish held it down every game. You know what I'm saying? I knew as long as I had Big Fish down there, man, we gonna make it happen on the back end, man. And then my linebackers, my man Antares Moultrie, he was a big key at linebacker. Big dude, handled a lot for me down there, and then also on the back end, man, I had lockdown cornerbacks. My man Keyshawn Swanson and Amir McDaniel back there. They was two lockdown cornerbacks, outside linebackers, Anthony Thompson and Damon Marino. Our whole defense, man, I felt like we set a history. You know what I'm saying? Our defense, because we didn't give up a lot of points, but at the same time, we scored points on defense, made a lot of big plays, a lot of game changing plays, and was able to put the offense in great positions. You know what I'm saying? Even if the ball didn't fall our way and we ended up in bad positions, us as a defense, we was able to come out and stay grounded enough to get out of those positions. So I appreciate all those guys, man. 2018, I love y'all, and we made that happen.
Keyshawn, how long did it take high school defenses to double team you to find out who you were?
Uh,
Two
I think
games.
towards the end of my I think towards the end of my junior year, they started, see who I was. Cause my junior year, I played standout wide receiver. Also, Damon Johnson, he at Duke right now. So there was a lot of attention on him. He was a 2-year starter. So, but probably towards the end of my junior year is when they, started to see who I was.
You
Yeah,
y'all went to the playoffs that year, right?
My junior year,
Yeah. It was one. Didn't y'all make a deep run one year?
my senior
second.
year, yes sir.
How far did y'all go?
We went to the state semifinal round before state.
Final
Who put
four.
who put y'all out?
Baker County.
Yeah. Shout out to them too,
Yeah,
man. Shout out to
Baker
Seth
County.
Page. Seth Page, my boy Lee, and in Baker County, man. Them boys, they brought it. They brought the game to us that day, man. And they definitely a hard playing team.
How often y'all think about that game?
Man, about every day. We could just be sitting down and think about, man, like man, what if we would have did this different? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we would have ended up at the state championship. You know what I'm saying? And been able to be put in a position to win it. But man, how I look at it, man, God make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. And I'm glad that Escammy was able to come behind us and be able to go to the state championship. Now we just got to learn how to finish it. And I got faith in them boys this year to be able to somebody to come out of the Panhandle and be able to go down there and finish the state championship and be able to bring another win home like we did in '09.
Now, and that brings me up to my next question because I live in Duval County, but I'm in Escambia County all day. And a couple days before that, Escambia Miami game, I was in the barbershop. I'm doing what I'm always doing. I'm bragging about something Pensacola did. And here these boys go. Y'all don't play real football in the Panhandle. Y'all get that a lot with people. Y'all in college now. I know statewide. Do they rag on y'all because y'all from the lesser known part of the state?
Yeah, I mean, it's some people who say the South, got better football and stuff like that, man. But I feel like every time one of them teams from the South line up against North Florida, we always showing that we good up here too. So, but there's a lot of guys who like to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Keyon, you want to add to that?
Yeah, the Bangkok Keyshawn, man. Technically, if you want to get technical, it's a lot of big names that then came out of the Panhandle. You know what I'm saying? We got some Hall of Famers, we got some legends, we got pros in just about every sport: football, basketball, baseball, track. You know what I'm saying? Probably even soccer. You know what I'm saying? Some you just don't know about. But it's a lot of people, from the Panhandle, man, and we are great athletes. I just feel like we don't get out enough. Like a lot of us, like we just stay up here around the Panhandle, just working hard. So now we like isolated, and then the first thing they say, oh, they scared. It ain't the fact we scared. We just don't experience the same thing that they experience down there. That's why it's big now, man, to be able to get out of here, man, get out, be able to combine everybody, come together and get out of Pensacola, get out of the Panhandle, man. Let's go down south. Let's show these boys what we made of. Let's go up north. Let's go up into Georgia's, Alabama's. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down here
Yeah.
to South Florida. You know what I'm saying? Let's get us a crew and go down there and show them what we made of and show them what we working with. Cause I know we got some headhunters, we got some ballers, we got some speedsters up here that can go up against anybody in this nation and look great and ball like
Yeah,
that.
and you're right about that. We need to start scheduling more, you know what I'm saying, in season games with some of them because I tell you what, when Lee Generals here in Jacksonville went over to Pensacola to play Escambia won me a lot of money that day. So you know what I'm saying. I'm one of them type people will put your money up. I don't want to hear all that talking. But look, man, the pivot, y'all got some amazing parents, man. Mrs. Helton, man, like especially I got a little relationship with y'all dad. Y'all got amazing parents. How important is that to get in the way y'all at right now?
I feel like that's the most important. I feel like those two people you just named, along with my sister, those just as a family period, these are people who've been with me from day one, who supported me from day one. They always told me I could do it, from day one. So those are people that's been behind me, been pushing me, and get me to the place where I'm at today.
The bank off that, also shout out to the second mom, Kiera, my big sister. She thinks she our second mama. So that's what we call it. But yeah, man, just to have all of them around us, man, it's motivation. We're blessed for that because a lot of people don't have the chance to grow up with two-parent household. Like I said, my parents been together for a long time, been married since
And
me and my
right,
brother were little.
what a couple days
So
before that,
that's been a lot, and great for me and my brother. That played a big part in both of our successes. Played all the parts in both of our successes. For them just to be able to hound us and be able to teach us that everything we get, we have to earn through hard work and dedication. Don't take the short route. Be able to take the long route and be able to earn everything that you get. So I'm very grateful for that. I love both of my parents, man. I love my sister. Everybody, and we still learn from them to this day, and I thank God for them every day.
and see y'all family so talented. Do y'all sister play quarterback or something? Cause she,
She can do, she can whatever. One thing about my sister, whatever she put her mind to, she can do it. So if I ask her to come out there and throw me some balls, she'll come out there and do it for me and put them on the money for me.
And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
she'll knock you out too.
Hey, your sister looked like she could read a couple defenses, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, straight. And now I gotta ask you also, if you have any advice for any high schooler out there that's in sports, aside from the sports, the academics, how important is that?
Without academics, you won't be able to get here. Period. Academics always number one. Um, Getting here and being able to stay here. That's the number one thing is your education, and that's one thing that nobody can take away from you. That's one thing I'm gonna make sure I get before I leave this university. That piece of paper with my name on it. So with my degree. And that's one thing nobody else can take away from you. It'll take you a long ways in life.
So to bank off that,
Keep
I hope it's some young athletes on here because I'm telling you right now, if you're not going to class, not doing your work, not taking care of your responsibilities as a young man, you're not doing nothing but hurting yourself in the end on the long run. That's that's the big thing right now. When you come to college, academics comes first before anything. There will be times where you won't even touch the field, but you will go to study hard every day. You will be required to go to class every day, and there's not going to be nobody there to hold you to hold your hand and wake you up, take you to class. You in the end, you grown, you on your own, so you have to get up and be able to be disciplined to handle that on your own, man. And academics, man, that's big. That's a big thing because everybody has one common goal when going to college, and that's to get a degree. It doesn't matter whether you go D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO. It doesn't matter, man. You're going to college for one thing, and that's to get that degree. And once you get that degree, that helps set you up to be able to put your future family in a better position in life. You know what I'm saying? Put your family in a better position, you know what I'm saying, to be able to help when you raise your kids, you know what I'm saying, be able to show them different things that you haven't seen, and that helps every generation get better. So academics is number one above all everything.
and that's something they need to hear for real, because everybody focus on the field, on the court, on the diamond, but it's all about them grades, bro. Because I know a lot of good players that didn't make it too far without them grades. So what we got to do to get Florida State versus South Florida?
I don't
Believe
think
it
you
or not,
want that, man. I don't think you want
hey,
that.
hold on. See, I wasn't gonna trash talk him, but believe it or
Oh,
not, they used to play against each other. They played against
Yeah,
each other
all the
for a good
time.
4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, they came back, and I think we'll eventually get back to that. But since he wanting them to talk trash, I'm gonna tell him this ain't what he want. You know what I'm saying? This is about 40, 50 pounds heavier, and a lot faster. You know, so like I said, I love him, but I'm gonna have to drop that hat on him like I used to do.
Yeah, I mean, look, I remember BJ Daniels coming into Tallahassee. He was from Tallahassee, wanted to go to Florida State, and as they do with most black quarterbacks, they try to get him as a cornerback. And when he came into Doak Campbell, Bobby Bowden was standing on that end, man. BJ Daniels embarrassed us, man. So yeah, I never forget that one, man. Um, Everything dealing with the COVID-19. Y'all think we're gonna see a football season this year?
I hope so,
I'm
man.
praying we do.
I really hope
I'm
so.
praying we do. Most definitely.
Because I think both of y'all gonna have a great seasons. You know me. If you ask me every year around this time, I'm gonna tell you Florida State going undefeated. And then you got Scott coming in at South Florida, and I just think to me like that South Florida gonna be a sneaker team that you got to watch out for.
We most definitely will, man. It's a lot of people sleeping on us. Don't get me wrong. We haven't did everything right in the past 2 years. Like I said, when my freshman year when we first got there, we went on the 5-0 round, was undefeated. And after we came back from our bye, we didn't win another game that season. You know what I'm saying? And then we lost the bowl game. And then last year, of course, I'm not gonna speak on last year, but you know what I'm saying, it was a sad year. But like I say, it's a lot of people sleeping on us, but we like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep sleeping on us because we're gonna roll into your house, we're gonna beat you down, and we're gonna get on the buses and roll back out and go to the next place. And that's how we look at it.
Now I got a Keyon. Was it a culture shock moving to Tampa, coming from somewhat small Pensacola, going to Tampa?
I love the big city, man. I mean, I used to always joke with my pops and them. I used to talk about how they moved from the country boy to the big city. So, but it was a big learning experience, man. Like I say, it's a lot of great people that you meet down there in Tampa, man. I've met a lot of great people, made a lot of great contacts, made a lot of great friends. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that's high, that sits real high. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big corporations, and I also want to get into trucking, and that's a lot of like down in Tampa is a lot of is where big corporations like set up at. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing. Like I felt like God knew what He was doing when He sent me down there to Tampa because He know what I want to be in life, and He knew that Tampa is the place where I can be able to expand that and be able to learn and get started at. So man, I love it down there.
Hey, Keyshawn, who's the most hated rival? Miami or Florida?
Oh, that's a good question right there. I mean, it's both sides. It's crazy both sides. I definitely Florida. I definitely Florida. I feel like that's our biggest rival.
So when y'all get on the field doing pregame warm ups, what does Jacob Copeland be screaming at you?
I don't think he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing to me this past year. I think I might have said what's up to him in warm ups, but it's a lot of tension on the field just period between the two teams while warming up.
Yeah, man, I saw a tweet he had last year before the game. I definitely ain't like that. He called us trash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, these boys, they ain't even used to winning, man. What about you, Keyon? Central Florida, that'll be one of the craziest games every year. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm canceling my day during that time because you never want to miss the war on I-4.
Yeah, man, the war I has been going on for a long time, man. Going on for a very long time. There's a lot of tension between both teams. Like I say, man, we don't like UCF and UCF don't like us. I mean, of course, in the end, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of heat that goes on. Actually, last year, one of my teammates actually got into it, and it was about to be a big brawl on the field. Just as any other rival team would. But I mean, both of us, no, both teams, I can say this, both teams, no matter what, when it's time for us to play against each other, you feel the tension and you feel everybody switched gears. Like that whole practice week against UCF, man, it wasn't no loafing, wasn't no dragging. Everybody was on point because we knew, man, like UCF gonna bring it. And although they gave it to us, we put our best foot forward, man. But I believe if we have a football season this year, we got something coming for him, man. Also, shout out to my boy Khalil Davis out there at UCF. He from Pensacola, Florida, Asia Medley. Pensacola, Florida. We got some Pensacola guys over there. So, like I say, when I see them, we may talk trash. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, after the game, we're gonna shake hands, you know what I'm saying, show love, take pictures, and represent the city.
Absolutely. Keyshawn, speaking of guys of Pensacola on the squads, what can you tell us about Washington?
Hardworking kid, a guy who's gonna come to work, go to work every day. He's learning. He's getting better. He actually has to do rehab too. He got hurt last year too. He's been with me doing rehab. Just a guy who's determined. You can tell he's young. He's athletic. He's long. Just a guy who's ready to work at all times.
Yeah, did he get hurt against Wake Forest?
I think it might have been a later game, later in the season, but like I said, he just every day, we attack every day as if we're still in spring. Every day we get our rehab in, we get our work in.
Yeah, that's one young man that walked on that line, instant impact. I mean, like he changed the tone of the offensive line, something we needed at the time. Now, let me ask both of you this: what's the loudest, most hostile college stadium you played in?
Mm. The most loudest stadium. You said high school and college?
Let's go college first.
College first. Uh, it got to be dope. The first game of the season, my freshman year. It was crazy. If you were standing right next to me, I couldn't hear you. That's how loud.
I thought you was gonna say Death Valley.
Nah. It was pretty loud in Death Valley, but that first game in dope, man, it was crazy.
Really?
Yes,
Was
sir.
that was Virginia Tech?
Virginia Tech, yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a blackout game. I ain't seen dope like that in a long time. That looked like the '90s.
Yes,
I
sir.
remember that. What about you, Keon?
I would have to say, man, that Georgia Tech game when I was a freshman, man, everybody packed out Ray J. Like I've never seen that many fans at a game since then. You know what I'm saying? And we packed out Raymond James Stadium like it was an NFL football game. It was people in the nosebleed seats all the way at the top. You know what I'm saying? That Georgia Tech game was it, hands down.
Now, now y'all both look. Y'all the pride of Pensacola right now. How I feel to have the city on your back, how the whole city rooting for you like this.
It means the most to us, well, to me. Speaking for myself, it means the most. Just you got a whole city that's counting on your whole city that's supporting you, push you along the way. That's what keeps you going. When you hit that road, when you hit that adversity. That support from everybody back home. That's what keep you going.
Same here, man. Like I say, man, everywhere I go, I represent, man. Make sure that people know that Pensacola in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because Pensacola may be small, but in the end, we big. We big on love. Like I say, everybody love each other in the city, man. And it brings pride to me to know when I'm out there, man. I'm representing Pensacola, Florida. That's what makes me want to go hard. Want to do the big things so I can get on the big stage and let people know, hey, look, I'm from Pensacola, Florida. This where the dogs at. This where the love at. Come on out here to Pensacola, Florida, get a little bit of love of this beach. Come over here. Come over here crossing the other side, get a love of this food, man, and come have you a good time.
Cause see, I started to realize how much the city loved y'all. I remember this was right before Keyshawn's freshman season. I was listening to Ward Chat every day, and every day they was talking about Keyshawn Helton. So I put together this video. I ain't good at it. I just threw something together because I felt guilty that I was the only one listening to it. And when I say that thing went Pensacola viral, man, and every day they was talking about Keyshawn Helton, and I'm watching the blogs, and everybody like, well, who's Keyshawn Helton? And it didn't take long for everybody to realize exactly who he was. I'm gonna leave y'all guys the floor. I'm gonna give y'all the floor. I want y'all just to address anything y'all want to, the city, the season, anything. I'll start with the oldest first, Keyon.
Uh, ain't too much to say, man. Just be on the lookout for University of South Florida this football season. If there is a football season, we're gonna stay prayed up about it because in the end, God has to say so. So we're gonna just keep praying and keep working, man, and just pray that the season comes and be able to stay safe for everybody. I hope everybody's staying safe during this time. With this pandemic going on. Shouts out to everybody who has helped my brother and I come along this far, man. From everybody down to SYSA, Coach Lumen, Coach Palmer, everybody down there all the way through high school, West Florida High School, Coach Rhett Summerford, Coach Harry Lees, and everybody all the way up through college, man. You all are appreciated, man, and I got mad love for everybody.
Keyshawn.
Man, I just want to thank all the coaches, all the people, the coaches, just everybody period who've been, by our side and pushing us since we were 4 years old. From SYSA Tigers, all the coaches from that little league park and then to high school, Summerford, coach like my brother mentioned, Coach Rhett Summerford and Coach West Summerford, Coach Lee, Coach Lawrence. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones who helped mold us into this man we are today. So appreciate you guys for everything you've done.
Well, I tell you what, man, y'all look out for Keyshawn because he's finna have a breakout year. Um, this man gonna come back stupid strong, and Keyon is going in that start position. And I'm gonna tell you, man, when I saw LaMarcus Joyner do with the start position, I know the whole college football world gonna know your name, and I know you got all the tools, and I'm just really excited to see y'all back out there on that field, man. And I just appreciate y'all taking out time. Shout out to William Helton, man, because he made this happen for me. So I appreciate y'all, man. I know y'all real busy, and but I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you for all your support. Just everything over the years. My pops always told me you support me from the beginning when everybody else doubted me. Appreciate you for everything. Also.
Oh
Yes,
man, no
sir.
problem. No problem, man. So y'all are extremely good role models. And I'm telling you now, man, y'all got the nation's eyes, but back home, everybody look up to y'all, man. Young and old, you will never know who. I know you got an idea, but I don't think y'all really truly know how much of an inspiration you guys are. And I can't stress enough, young and old, me included. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care of y'allself, man, during this COVID-19, man. And good luck on this year's season.
Yes, sir. Let everybody know. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Make sure y'all washing your hands after everything you do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, man. I'm gonna go wash my hands now. Hey, y'all, appreciate it. We'll be back next week, man. I'm gonna try to get Governor on next week, and I gotta be back with the Larry problem tomorrow. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all share this, man, so everybody can know what kind of extremely young man, extremely talented, gifted, smart, and role model worthy these young men are with their helmets off. Until then, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a blessing.
All right, y'all take it easy.